No matter you're in the middle of a tactical mission or just trying to stay alive in a tough survival situation, your gear really matters. That's exactly why tactical military gear and gadgets were never made for comfort. They were made to survive the worst. So in today's video, we're going to show you 10 tactical military gear and gadgets that are definitely worth checking out. And hey, if anything catches your eye, we've dropped updated prices and purchase links in the description to make life easier. So, let's begin. All right, the first one is the SOG Pentagon FX. It's a knife. At first glance, it kinda seems tactical, and yeah, it is. And it's a double-edged fixed blade that's built more for defensive use, actually. Now, one thing that we appreciate is the handle. You can take the grip scales off with a single bolt. So if you want it lighter or just prefer a slimmer profile, that's easy to do. And talking about the sheath, it's flexible. You can wear it sideways, up and down, on a belt, on molly gear, or even inside your waistband. As for the blade, it's made from CPM's S35VN steel, and as far as we know, it's known for being really durable. It holds a sharp edge for a long time, so you won't need to sharpen it often. But when it does need sharpening, doing that in the field can be a bit tricky, especially without proper sharpening tools. Also, keep in mind that the blade is double-edged. That means both sides are sharp, which gives it more cutting power, but also means you need to be extra careful when pulling it out quickly. So, if you want a fast-access knife that's made for tactical use, the Pentagon FX is worth checking out. Okay, so this isn't one of those flashy gear pieces, but honestly, it's one of the more important ones. The Mini First Aid Kit from North American Rescue. It's a compact trauma kit. And when we say compact, we mean it, actually. It fits in one hand. But still, it's packed with stuff that's important. A tourniquet, gauze, chest seals, gloves, real tools for emergencies. Now, what makes it work is the way it's organized. There's a little pull handle, and when you yank it open, all the kits come out in the right order. That helps a lot if you're in a rush or shaky during an emergency. You can mount it on a belt or molly gear, and it works sideways or upright. Now, here's the thing. It's tight on space. If you're hoping to squeeze in extras like scissors or a flashlight, you might not have the room. And the tourniquet is stored outside the pouch, which makes it quicker to grab, but it could snag on branches or gear if you're in a thick brush. Here's something you don't usually think about until the air turns nasty: a solid mask. This one's from Mira Safety, and yeah, they're one of the go-to names when it comes to serious gas masks and protective gear. So, this isn't some cheap plastic thing from a random online store. Now, this specific one is called the Tactical Air Purifying Respirator Mask. It's a half-face setup, so it covers your nose and mouth, but not your eyes. That makes it a lot easier to wear with helmets or glasses, and it doesn't get in the way when you're trying to aim a rifle or talk through a radio. But yeah, no eye protection means you'll need goggles if you're in thick smoke or getting hit with gas. It takes standard 40mm NATO filters, which is nice because you won't be stuck hunting for some weird attachment. It also folds down pretty small, so it's easy to stash in a cargo pocket. The only downside, really, is the voice. It does come out a little muffled. Still, for quick response or close quarters work where full masks are too bulky, this one actually makes a lot of sense. Now, let's talk about plate carriers for a sec. You don't always need some high-end, complicated vest. The Tacticon BattleVest V2 is pretty straightforward and useful. It fits standard 10 by 12 plates front and back, which is what most people want. Here, one nice thing we notice is the cummerbund has these cutouts that help with airflow, so you don't feel like a sauna when you're working hard. There's also a little hidden mag pouch inside the admin flap, nothing fancy, but we can say it's useful. Now, if you're thinking about comfort, let us tell you, the shoulder straps have enough padding to stop them from digging into your shoulders or feeling rough after a while. It's not plush, but better than plain straps, though. And since it has moly webbing all over, you get plenty of spots to clip on extra gear like pouches or tools. But the material is on the heavier side compared to some other carriers made with lighter stuff. So if you want to keep things light, this might slow you down a bit. Also, there's no quick release system, so if you need to get out of it fast in an emergency, you might have a hard time. So, this one's kind of a classic, the Gerber MP600. If you've served in the military, chances are you've seen one, used one, or lost one somewhere in the dirt. This thing has been issued to troops for years. Now, you might really like that part of this multi-tool, the one-handed plier opening. Sounds great, right? Well, it can be handy if one hand's busy, like holding a rifle or something, but honestly, it's not always super smooth. Inside the handles you get 13 more tools packed in. Blades, different screwdrivers, a saw, a file, can and bottle openers, and even rulers. The build quality is solid, made in the US, and it's got these carbide cutters that you can rotate when they wear down, which is a nice touch. Plus, it's got an NSN number, meaning the military can easily reorder it if needed. But, yeah, it's not perfect. For one, there's no bit driver slot, so you can't swap out screwdriver bits like you can on some other tools. The handles have a bit of play by design, which some people don't love because it makes the tool feel a little loose. If you're thinking about a solid tactical flashlight, then have a look at the Fenix GL19RV2. It's basically a weapon light you can truly count on when things get serious. And yeah, it's from Fenix, a well-known brand that's usually known for reliable, tough gear that performs when it matters most. So you already know it's not messing around. Well, this GL19R isn't flashy, but it's bright enough and easy to handle. And in critical moments, that's really what matters. This flashlight pushes out a serious amount of lumens, like it's bright enough to light up a hallway or cut through open darkness. The beam throws out to about 420 meters. That's nearly a quarter of a mile. So yeah, if you need to spot something way out ahead, no problem. Whether it's a threat down a hallway or movement across a field, you'll see it coming. Now, talking about mounting, this one's made to lock right onto specific rails. If you're using a Glock, it's compatible with the smaller rail built into those pistols. And if you're running something with a Picatinny rail, which is a little wider and more universal, it fits that too. So, solid compatibility either way. Just keep in mind, if you're running at full blast non-stop, the battery lasts about 55 minutes, which is pretty normal for a bright weapon light. Let's check out this 511 Rush 12 2.0, a tactical backpack. Now, you might wonder, how can something this compact be called a tactical backpack? Well, it's not about size, it's about purpose and design. And tactical gear isn't just about looking military or slapping on some mole webbing, it's about functionality. Well, this pack is basically built for situations where you need to move fast, carry just the essentials, and still stay organized. The layout is intentional: quick access compartments and a hidden pocket for concealed carry. But space-wise, it's tight. So, you will have to pack smartly. And this actually makes sense, since this thing was clearly designed with tactical use in mind. And inside, there's a padded sleeve for your tablet or laptop, so your tech doesn't get wrecked bouncing around. And if you're using a hydration bladder, It has a built-in compartment for that too. Plus, it's usually made with tougher materials, abrasion-resistant fabrics and heavy-duty zippers, things that can actually hold up in rough conditions. Now, if you're thinking about its comfort, well, let us tell you it's comfortable to wear, even when it's fully loaded, as the shoulder straps are built to spread the weight evenly. Next up, we have the Magpul Patrol Glove 2. Basically, these gloves feel tough, as they're made from goatskin leather, so they hold up well against scrapes and rough use. But what really makes them great is how much control they give you when handling a firearm. They've designed these with a special wraparound finger pattern and something called a gun gusset between your thumb and trigger finger. So, you get a way better grip and movement. The back of the glove uses a stretchy nylon material that lets your hands breathe, which is great for keeping cool. One thing we like is that the thumbs are touchscreen friendly, so you can scroll through maps or your phone without taking your gloves off. Now, the gloves break in pretty quickly, which is nice. There's padding on the knuckles and fingers to protect against slide bite or scrapes. But these gloves aren't warm at all. So if you're out in cold weather, you might want something else. Okay, here is another flashlight, the Streamlight ProTac 2 HP. It's bright enough, pushing out 2,000 lumens, which is basically really bright enough to light up a whole field. Yeah, it's one of those rare flashlights that can throw serious light. Now talking about its battery setup. It charges with a USB-C cable. Plus, switching between modes is actually simple. You can go from full blast to a strobe or a low glow, whatever fits your situation. Let us also mention that it's built waterproof and tough enough to survive a few drops without crying about it. Now, here's the part that's kind of a pain for survival use: the battery. When you're running full brightness, you'll get around 2.5 hours, tops. After that, it's done. So, you'd better carry a spare. But here's the thing. It uses a proprietary battery, not the usual ones you can just swap from your other gear or grab in a pinch. That makes it less ideal if you're off-grid or trying to keep your kit simple. So yeah, it's bright and durable, but not the easiest to maintain in long-haul situations. Finally, let's take a quick look at the Rothco Forced Entry Tactical Boot. These boots are kind of like mixing a running shoe with a tough hiking boot. They're 8 inches tall and made from waterproof leather and nylon, which keeps your feet dry even in bad weather. The inside lining wicks away moisture, so you don't end up with soggy feet. Plus, the soles grip well on slippery surfaces, so you won't be sliding around. One of the neat things is the side zipper, which makes putting the boots on and taking them off kind of faster than traditional lace-ups. The padded collar around your ankle helps prevent those annoying hot spots that some boots give you. On the flip side, these boots are heavier than your typical athletic or trail shoes, so they might slow you down a bit if you're used to lighter kicks. They also need a bit of breaking in before they feel really flexible and comfortable. And some people might hesitate since they're made in China, not the USA, which matters to a lot of buyers. If you're on a budget but still want something tough and reliable, then you can check out these boots. So, that was our list of 10 tactical military gear and gadgets you should check out. Let us know your favorite pick in the comments section, as we'd love to hear from you. And as for everything else, don't forget to like, comment, and share, and hit the bell icon if you want more content like this on your feed.